Today I wanted to share a short video of some photos and some short video of hang gliding that we did in Brazil on our vacation. And we were the guest of Thomas Case, who invited us to come down there. And we had a wonderful, wonderful time as his guest. We went to Cocovordo, we went to Ipanema Beach, we toured San Paulo in a helicopter. We did an awful lot of beautiful things, went out on his yacht. I got to drive his Cobra on a private village. It was just a great, great vacation. And I have just a few pictures just to give you a taste of how it went. There were two other couples staying with us, Americans, and look in the garage. That's one of Thomas's custom cars. It's a Cobra, and it's a Cobra that was made in Brazil, not in the United States. And of course, we all got to take a ride in it. That was one of the high points. And this is one of the places we stayed, the village where we stayed. This is a gated community, of course, and Thomas's neighbors. And we walked around this village. We bicycled around it. We actually had a couple of adventures with wild birds that I know I have on video. I have to find the videos, and I'd probably at some future time try to edit some of that down. But right now, some of these houses were just absolutely gorgeous, and the temperature at the time of the year that we went was just perfect. You just couldn't have nicer temperature. It rained a little bit, but it was so nice and warm, it didn't even matter that it rained. And I remember bicycling around this whole community, and we got to drive Thomas's Cobra around this neighborhood. In the evening, one of the things, and I think it was one of the high points of the trip, we went to a samba show. Now, I had never, ever been to a samba show, so this was not like a Broadway play. And I've been to a lot of Broadway entertainment. This was really unique. Now, what was unique about it, the costumes were really something special. Now, I know Brazil celebrates Carnival, and they have these tremendous floats and costumes and everything. But I had never obviously seen them in real life. But some of the dancing, some of the men that were doing this had swords, and they were doing sword demonstrations and acrobatics. And of course, the girls all had these enormous feather costumes on and headsets. And I don't even know what the right word to describe it is, but it was really entertaining. But the best part of entertaining is they would come around to the tables with food, so you could eat and drink during the show. You had basically a dinner show and the show. Now, you thought that was, yeah, because I didn't know this, at the end of the show, the girls all come down off the stage and go to the men and get you to dance with them out on the dance floor. Now, of course, me being a world-class dancer, I'm glad nobody got video of that. That would be a little embarrassing. But anyway, we did get a couple of pictures from the Samba show. And it's a great memory, and it's one of the real neat things about this vacation. Now, I have so many pictures and so much video. The problem is editing it all down is really a big job. So I just wanted to hit the highlights here. And this Samba show was absolutely one of the highlights that I will never forget. The costumes, and by the way, if you ever just look up Carnival in Rio on YouTube and see some of the parades and the costumes and the floats and it's mind-boggling how big it is. But now the neat thing is there was so many things to do on this, and I do have many hours of video that I have to edit down. I'm going to make a complete video at some future time, but I wanted to get a short one out there because several of my friends, we had been talking the other day, and I mentioned to them about the hang gliding in Brazil, that this has been on my channel maybe 8-10 years ago, I don't know, a long time ago. But we never really put a version with narration on it. Now, this is narration. What happens is, and of course, this is Ipanema Beach, and to get to the top of this mountain, I want to make a little preface up. It's about a 40-minute car ride from this is the bottom of the mountain, and the people are hang gliding there. They take the hang glider apart, put it on the top of a car, and you get in this car and drive very briskly. I'm thinking 45 minutes would probably be accurate. And then what happens, they assemble it. And on the top of the mountain where the launch pad is, there is absolutely nothing except the statue of the Virgin Mary. I don't know what that means. But there's no refreshment stand or anything. Look, there's nothing up there. And of course, this is me in the brown with the crash helmet, and I almost fell out the hang glider. You get pushed off the edge of a cliff here. I don't know how many feet this is up in the air, but you see my feet are all tangled up in a thing here already. But at not being a professional hang glider, this was pretty exciting, by the way. Jumping is pretty gutsy. Right here, you start to think, okay, I can't go back now. That's going to make a big difference. So anyway, I wanted to just narrate this. It's not that long, and you have this cable on your leg so that you can lay in a prone position. You have a pilot. Of course, he's an experienced pilot. And I had told him, the other people that were staying with us were aviation oriented too. All had pilot's licenses, of course. And so being in an airplane is not a big deal to me. But now look down at the city and tell me if you can tell what color the cars are. That tells you how high you are. It also is raining. You can see there's a little bit of rain on the video camera. And that put a little excitement. You can see the mountains here that are very famous anytime you're in this part of the world. Those mountains just jut up right out of the ocean. Pretty scenic. And before I forget, there was 1,000 things on this vacation. We visited Cockevorto. We did, oh God, the helicopter ride over Sao Paulo was just unbelievable. And I know I have video of all this. I'm going to be putting it on the channel soon as I get time to go through it. I have a lot of pictures. The problem is all of my stuff, I have so many videos. I have drawer after drawer after drawer of videos. Now look down at the buildings. These are 30 and 40-story buildings. So you get an idea of how high this mountain is when you jump. And it looks like you're not moving here, but this hang glider is moving. And if you know anything about aviation, you know that angle of attack. You can see the angle of attack. That's a pretty severe angle of attack right there. Anyway, the excitement of this is, it's just not to be believed. If you've never done this, and this was the only time in my life I've ever done this, so to me it was on my bucket list. And now out at this point you can start to see Ipanema Beach as we're coming up on Ipanema Beach. But you can't look down and tell what color the cars are. You can't even tell if they're cars or trucks. So this really gets, to me, it gets more exciting the further out over the ocean you go. Now, as we're up in the air like this, the guy that's the pilot here, just now he happens to mention that just a week ago, another one of his friends that was flying a hang glider with a pilot went too far out over the ocean. They didn't make it back to land. Now, I don't swim, and to be honest, I can't fly like a bird either. So I was thinking, hey, Jose, or whatever the guy's name was, maybe we should stay over land. So, and of course, I was a little bit bigger and stronger than him, so I got my way here. Anyway, look down. This is kind of cool. If you've never done this, I'm sure there's millions of hang gliding videos out on YouTube. But to me, this was a very exciting thing. And because at one point in my life, for 6-7 years, I owned my own plane, I did a lot of flying. I did a lot of just aviation-related stuff that I thought was a lot of fun. But this was really fun. This was really in a class by itself. And of course, when you sign up for this hang gliding, and thank you, Thomas, for treating us all to the hang gliding. And Thomas went too, so I was just wondering, he's going to treat us and then he's not going to go. Thomas went. We went back to his estate, a villa, whatever you want to call it. Summer house is probably the right word. And we just had the best time. There were parrots on his backyard, and we were hand feeding birds. And God, his cook made us the food. To this day, I can taste the food. It was just the whole thing was wonderful. Now I know, and I'm just priming the pump here a little bit. I know very soon, and hopefully as time is available. In my life, you never know if time's available. What happens is, I'm going to have a dedicated day to go through all that footage. And anybody who doesn't edit footage knows 10 minutes of video can take a whole day to edit down. But I'm going to do it. And I know it's interesting. I've had a lot of great people ask me that for a great experience I had. And I love to share the things I've done. This is one of the things, thanks to the world of YouTube and thanks to video cameras, I can share this. Now, just look down. I mean, if you're a pilot and you do this all the time, you look down at the buildings. But the difference is here, there isn't a single thing, including a toothpick, between you and the ground. Yeah, look, he's waving. Yeah, Yeah, you notice I have my hand around his throat. Not too far out over the ocean there, Jose, or whatever the guy's name was. Anyway, this was a wonderful time. Now, we did go out over the ocean. Just wanted to show me how tough he was. But he didn't know who he was dealing with, so, well, I give him a break. But anyway, this was... Now, they don't tell you either when you sign up for the hang gliding. There's other people hang gliding there. What they don't tell you is you don't land at 0 miles an hour. You're going, I don't know, some amount of miles an hour. It seemed like we landed, and I've landed a lot of airplanes. It seemed like we were going pretty good when our feet hit the ground, but I managed to just, do my thing and not go end over end. I guess I'm just lucky or something, but this was really a blast. Now, I've been fortunate enough and lucky in my lifetime to have done a lot of interesting, enjoyable things, race motorcycles, have speed boats. I did go hang gliding behind a boat. What am I talking about? That was in Greenwood Lake. Rail, remember that. But this is the first time it was an untethered hang gliding thing. And you can start to see the cars. You see, if you look down at the road, but boy, now you can start to see, well, it's a car, it's not a trailer truck. So that just gives you an idea of how nice and how, I don't know if you can even understand how this is a relatively smooth ride. It's as smooth as riding in a small single-engine plane, as far as I could tell. But the thrill of having nothing between you but air is a whole different experience. Anyway, and I know a lot of my friends that race motorcycles and do exciting things, and they won't be as impressed, but I was impressed. This was a pretty cool time, and just looking up at those mountains and having this in my memory here and being able to just see, we were out over the ocean here a little further than I was getting happy with when he started telling me about these people that got in big trouble, because once you land in the water, I guess it's a little cumbersome. I didn't want to find out. That was the whole problem. Well, anyway, as you can imagine, it's off my bucket list now, and having this video and looking back at it on a day that I have to just be hanging around the house for other reasons. Looking back, I relived the experience, and even now, look at how high we are. This impressed me no end how high we were with this. This was really, really cool. I mean, I thought this was going to be a 2-minute ride or like a Disneyland ride. I don't really know how long it was, but it was a lot of fun. It was just great. And I got to give credit to the guy that flew the hang glider, and he made it very enjoyable and didn't try to get too cute. And when I got my hand around his throat and reminded him that we don't want to go too far out over the ocean, he turned right around. He knew exactly that I was about a foot taller than him and a lot stronger. I'm going back over the ocean again. Look at this. Look at this guy. Yeah, let's go around. Yeah, come on. Yeah. I know. But anyway, we really did have a good time, man. What was really funny is once we landed, Thomas took everybody to dinner at a really nice restaurant, and we laughed about the experience, and we just had, I can't even tell you the experience. It was so good. We went to a restaurant that served all kinds of exotic food, including something I will never forget. It looked like potato chips with 2 holes in them, and after we ate about 2 dozen of them, they told us it was a very special delicacy, pig noses. And Karen was like, "Oh, I don't know about those," but you know what? They were delicious. Now here we come in for a landing, and again, you got to remember that you're not going 0 miles an hour here. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 10 miles an hour or something, but it's pretty cool when you do actually hit the turf here. And look at that! Holy mackerel! Holy mackerel! Is that cool or what? That was a lot of fun. Now, I hope you enjoyed sharing it. And again, I'm just trying to wet everybody's whistle here so that I'll be motivated to spend a couple of days editing down all that Brazil footage. I already edited down my Russia vacation with Karen footage, and we've got hundreds of hits on that already. And so I know there are some people here and that have an interest in this. Now I see they didn't shut the camera off, but I don't remember what the guy was saying here. Something like, "Congratulations, you didn't get killed," or something. But I do know that once everybody from the party, there were 4 of us, we all got together and we got in Thomas's car and we went out to, I think, the nicest restaurant you could possibly ever go to. It was really a lot of fun. So we had a once in a lifetime experience. And thank you again to Thomas. Thomas, you were the best host I could have ever imagined. And well, luckily enough, Thomas did come to America several times, and at the Muncie Model Plane Championships and World Championships, we did get to share a lot of time with him and his family and his sons, and we got to actually fly in a Stearman together. I hope Thomas remembers the flight we all took in a Stearman, and that was a wonderful time. And again, thank you so much, Thomas. That was just great.